Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, June 19th. It's 5:41 in the morning. Happy Father's Day to all my fathers out there. Enjoy your Old Spice and a pair of socks that everyone put a lot of thought into getting you. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a tie. I feel like I have crazy amounts of eye boogies today. I just woke up in like almost a full panic attack because I have this over my face, right? And I had like a dream, and I was waking up, and as I was waking up, I would take a deep breath with my mouth. Oh! I don't know if that's coming up, but I sucked a sleeping bag into my mouth. But anyway, I'm gonna I'm so sore. My back and today's gonna be a hard day. My back and shoulders. Yeah, so let me, it's hard to film in here. It's not like the tent that I finished the last hike with. Alright, so no puddle here like I had yesterday. That's good. No animals. It pretty much rained again on and off all night. I think that's going to be a common theme for this first week. I'm a little chilly right now, but, whatever. I'm fine, just wore the fleece. I did put a beanie on last night, but it is a little cold right now. I think just I get wet, so eventually it starts to get cold. But I'm going to be sore today anyway. You probably looked at my face enough today, and you don't want to see this wet coffin. So let me shut up and start getting ready. All right, moving slowly this morning. It's cold, and I'm wet. It sucked putting on them wet socks and wet shoes, but there's no point in putting anything dry on because I know I got to cross that couple creeks. And then I'm probably pretty sure, judging by Glacier, I'm going to be crossing a couple more. So I'm going to try to save them dry socks till I'm out of Glacier, or till it looks like I can get a comfortable dry stretch. But I definitely have a leak in my tent. Yesterday near the bottom of my tent, it was all puddled. That's not condensation. It was sitting in water. So I go over to my tent. I thought I saw like a full drop on the inside of my tent this morning. And I don't know if you guys can see this down there, but hold on. I'm getting all of this tent. It's hard to manipulate. Anyway, there's look at that down there. So that's not condensation, although a lot of condensation's fallen. There's got to be, that's a lot of water. There's got to be water getting in somewhere. Because that's just ridiculous. Tarp tent. I mean, like, I don't know. I spent $750 on a tent, and it lasted me a month last time before the internal zipper went. No big deal, because I still could use the zipper one way, right? And I'm sorry, I know I talked about this before. But then I didn't even have the tent for 4 months, and you saw where I was camping. I wasn't camping in like sandy, rocky areas. My tent was relatively clean. The worst it would get was splash up from rain. Not like stuff that affects zippers like sand and rocks, gravel, that kind of crap. And less than 4 months in, the whole entire zipper on the outside of it, I've never even seen this before happen. This came unraveled. The actual metal, whatever you want to call it, teeth, just... And then this month, I spent another $750 on a tent, and I get it, and my first night in the tent, it has holes all over the screen. Now, I'll hold off judgment on that, because I don't know. It doesn't sound like me, but I know they were selling, like, for $50 off, cosmetic blemish ones. So I can't remember if I pay for it. Honestly, that doesn't sound like something I would do. I would just get the regular one. But maybe I did. But even so, it does say it will not affect performance. It will not affect performance whatsoever. Well, I can believe that with the spots in the net that I showed that are all like crinkled up. I can believe that. But how are you going to tell me that, like that right there? I don't know how well you can see it. Probably not at all. That doesn't bother me. It's just little, I don't know, kind of looks like it was ruffled or, pushed and stretched out. That doesn't affect performance, okay, but holes in the netting do, because the netting's supposed to keep bugs out. But I don't think I did do that, but I'll get back to you later about that. Anyway, now I have a whole leak in it. I thought I might have had a leak in it somewhere up top, so I put my peanut butter smeared towel up there, but it didn't collect any water. So I'll keep playing with it before I make too harsh of a judgment. But who knows? Again, it weighs 15 ounces, so I'm really... I'm going to try a different version of a small tent, though. Alright, guys, it's 7:45. I'm on the move, just topped up on water, even though I know I'm going to pass a bunch, but I'm not going to want to take my pack off until I get to the top of this pass. Looks like it's a 2,000 meter or 2,000 feet climb. So my fatness has a little work today. I ended up doing about 12.5 miles yesterday and all, which is a good day for me, and I feel it today. When my pack straps are tightening up, I'm sore. My heel is not as bad as it was at the end of my ADT hike, but it's sore this morning, and I was limping around. But it's doing okay right now. Everything's wet already. Just getting out of that camping spot was soaked me. Plus, I put on soaking wet socks and shoes anyway. So, and the camping spot is completely empty, unless somebody got up and left early. But I probably definitely could have stayed there. Although that doesn't mean a ranger didn't come by. But whatever, it worked out fine. I was thinking about gear with holes in it, and I bought a brand new C-Knock bladder, one that fits the B-free. Near the end, like 2 months left to go on my ADT hike, and I never used it. I just because it was all desert hiking, mostly through Nevada and California, and I never filtered water once. It was all picking up water and etc. And I filled it up. I'm glad I checked that like a month or so before I left, and I was like, oh, let me just check, because I was trying to show my roommate it. It had 2 holes in it. Never even used it. It's just incredible. Now I know they're not durable. And for the price, they're not bad. It's like $12 or $13 or something, even if it's $20. I get it because it's so convenient with that. The whole back end opens up. It's extremely easy to collect water. But I might be thinking about, I might try the platypus system out. Or maybe just go with a different bladder. I do like the B-free, although if you remember on my last hike, the B-free clogged up on me. And the reason why I got it is because the flow rate is so fast. But once it clogged up after I got water out of I forget what river that was, when I was in Illinois, it just never worked the same again, and it would just take forever, so much squeezing, and then you're going to put holes in the bag because you're putting so much pressure on it. So anyway, it's working well now. Hopefully don't have any issues, but I do have backup drops, so that's it for my gear fund. I'm still a little upset over the whole tent thing. I just can't, I've spent close to $1,500 between 2 tents with shipping and all in the last year and a half, and I got a month out of the first tent before the internal zipper went. I know I've talked about this, but it's on my mind. And then it completely crept to bed on me 3, maybe 4 months in. Now I could have sent it back and got it fixed, but I ended up giving it to another hiker, actually a guy for his son to use. I couldn't send it back because I needed a tent, and I couldn't be without a tent, so I had to get a tent. Anyway, now this tent, my first night in the field, and it's got all these holes in it. It's just, I'm a little upset. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to mention as far as gear is, I've been a little nervous about the bears, right? So I've been worrying about my bear spray because I never tested it out. Now I want to get the bigger one. I don't know why I ordered the 8-ounce can. I wanted the bigger one just to have a little extra. Anyway, I gave it a quick half a second spray this morning just to make sure she was going to work if I needed her. And man, let me tell you what, I'm glad I switched to this counter assault. I think I had like something off of Amazon, like Guard Alaska or something, which it worked fine when I tested it out. I think I tested it in Colorado, but this spray is way more powerful, way bigger. So I'm glad I went to counter assault. Even though it's like $55, I think, for an 8-ounce can. Definitely glad I made the switch to that, and I'm happy I tested it out because now I'll know that it works. It's a little spooky in spots like this. It's like reminds me of them YouTube videos I see where a big old grizzly comes walking on a trail, and there's just nowhere to go. You can't go up. Bear's not going to want to go up either. I can't go down, and a bear's not going to want to do that either. They're going to take the easy route right on the trail. So I mean, I don't know if a bear was coming right now. I don't know. I would just stop, and I guess if I had to, I would just start sliding down. But as I found out with grizzlies, you don't want to show them your back. I guess it's like a trigger. So back away slowly, but like, oh man, let's just hope it doesn't happen. All right, I'm on virgin territory now. This is where I turned around yesterday. I'm 0.87 miles in, heading up through the pass. Well, this is a little scary, to be honest with you. You see that right there? Hollowed out. We would call it a crevasse. Goes down to the creek. My trail goes right here. So I don't know. I don't know. Definitely don't want to. All right, that's hard enough. I should be good. But I don't know how far. If I wow. Huh. Well, this may be my last video I make, so I don't know if the trail's right here, right? So how far of a drop can it? It's probably supposed to go down. I don't know what to do here. I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to go over, but I think I should be all right. Let me put this phone away. All right, guys, my balls are in my throat right now. You just can't get any footing. Micro spikes would be good right now. You can see I made it to like right there, and I started sliding down. And I'm glad I slid to here, not down there. So I'm going to try to work my way down here, and then cross lower, and then work my way back up. All right, that was the scariest thing I've done so far on a mountain. It probably doesn't look like much from here, but that snow is probably a good almost 6 feet above the creek. You do not want to fall in there. And then just getting down was hard. Wow. I hope that's the last one, but I highly, highly doubt it. Man. I'm awake now. These shoes were completely worthless. I might as well have been on the ice. Wow. Well, I'm starting to think I got myself into more than I can handle. I don't know what I'm at. I think I'm at like 5,000 feet or something like that. Actually, hold on. I'll tell you in a minute, but I don't know. I'm going to try to climb up here and then cross up there. We'll see. Oh, man. Although if I die, it is beautiful here. There's no way I can walk across that, judging off the last one. It's going to be too slippery. I would need, at a minimum, micro spikes, but I would need like the legit ice cleats or whatever they are. I don't know, not snowshoes. I mean, I still got to go to more. I don't know what I'm going to do. And in the notes, there's a guy that said that the snow passes were easy right across. So he must have had better gear, and that was 2 days ago. But it's been melting for 2 days, so I don't know. It is beautiful up here, though. Well, I just reread Captain Hiker Jack or whatever on Far Out, and he says this is further up the pass. He says so much snow in front of him. He said usually the grizzly bear track showed him the best route to take, and he had to dig out a route, super slow going. So, man, I just don't know. I don't have the food that I'm going to keep plugging forward as best I can. I'm extremely, I'm scared right now, to be honest with you. He says about 6 miles from now, it clears up. But that's not helping me now. He said some pretty sketchy spots. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is scary. I just had to literally crawl. My feet were giving out. Thank God these vines and bushes were there to grab onto. I'm just crawling. All fours. Had to put my spikes real small. I'm putting gloves on because I just tore my hands up. Oh, man. I might be here too early, guys. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, guys, I just took about 30 minutes to get across there. The camera's probably not doing it justice, but it's extremely steep with the slickness. I had to smash like holes into the ground with my hiking pole when I have my 1 foot in a hole and 1 hiking pole in, and then jam my foot in and just get a little hold and just keep creeping my way across. But you do not want to go sliding down that. There's a bunch of rocks there. It probably would have ended bad. I'm kind of committed now. I'm not going to film for the rest of this because well, I'm scared as shit, to be honest with you. I need to keep my phone in my pocket because I was adjusting my hiking pole and one half fell out. If I would have lost the hiking pole, Jesus. I gotta keep my head in the game. So this is probably gonna be it for filming until I get to a safer spot in another 5 miles or so. I don't know. Maybe I should turn around and head back and try to hitch into town and just camp somewhere for a couple weeks and live off just $150 and then come out and do this in July. But now I got 3 sketchy spots I got to clear back going the other way. Let me shut up. Look at my feet, guys. Look at me. I just fell. There's nowhere. I'm supposed to go up there. There's just no way I can do it with this. So I tried to go up this right here, and well, I ended up right here, and I'm pretty lucky I ended up here. I mean, I literally skipped right over this jump. Whoa. I don't know how good my camera work's doing, but I'm gonna lay here and pout for a couple minutes, and my feet are freezing, and now I gotta make it back over there, which it should only be, well, I got 3 sketchy areas. The one's gonna be really hard to get down without falling. I'm just gonna have to call it. I'm gonna hike back, maybe camp, you know, not hike all the way back today, but get back to the main road, hopefully hitchhike down into town, buy some resupplies, and just camp for 2 weeks till I get paid, and then get a hotel room in town or something like that, clean myself up, do laundry and all that junk, and then come out here in, you know, 2 weeks. Hopefully this is passed by then. I just can't do it. I mean, I should have accepted it back then when I was crawling on all 4s. Now I got to get back down that somehow. I feel defeated, and I'm scared, honestly. I'm scared as shit right now. So hopefully I can get this video out so everyone knows what I'm doing, wasting these 2 weeks. Yeah, so not having fun right now, and now I'm nervous about getting back. I just got 3 sketchy areas. That hurt my arm bad. I'm probably filthy on the back. Oh, sorry for the crappy camera work, but I'm right here on the edge. This is not staged or fake. Like, I fell right here, caught my breath, pulled my head out of my ass, and then pulled the camera out. Because it's not on camera, it didn't happen, right? I'm gonna have to just come back. I'm all about adventure and trying stuff, but I mean, I don't want to die out here. And in my luck, I won't die. I'll fall down in this cliff, and it'll take me 2 weeks to die, and I'll be suffering, and a grizzly bear will eat me alive. Now I'm super scared now, because just from the fall and all. Now I'm worrying about getting back across. Do I just slide down, then walk down and work my way up? I don't think that's a good idea. This could get, you might not be able to control your going down at all. Let me shut up. Sorry for the camera work. I just want to see here. This is where I'm supposed to go. It's much harder going downhill than up, let me tell you. I knew that as I was doing it too, but let's just watch this. This would be me, almost me earlier. Actually, it didn't do that bad. There it goes. Boom, 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 boom. That's where I would have hurt myself. That's the trail. I didn't cut across it earlier. I forgot I came across it's much harder coming down, man. I had to recut myself. I'm sorry, my brain's everywhere. I'm just babbling. I hope I didn't come across as a complete bitch, excuse my language, but I should have turned around as soon as I thought it back there. The first one was okay when I had to just go down and come over the creek, which I still got to do. But when I was crawling on all 4s on that ledge right there to get up, that's when I was like, you know what? If this is already happening, but I kept saying, oh, maybe this is the last one, but no. Now I got to somehow get over and then somehow get down that steep cliff, which I know my phone's not doing it justice, but I was on all 4s pulling up, and going down, you don't have, I don't know, like your weight's not with you. Or it is with you to push you forward. Hey, I'm scared as shit. I got to get it done. My cameras are filthy. Well, coming down that was, I know the phone is not doing it justice, but coming down that was not fun. Look, you can see everything I kicked down. I basically did the leg slide. I'm a filthy mess right now. That was harder than the other one, but better than crossing right there on that stuff. This is where I should have realized I should have turned around. When I was on all 4s, oh man, my bear spray fell out. I'm glad I just noticed that, but now I got to get that. Damn it. I actually had my bear spray up here too, just in case when I was falling, but I just switched it back into my pocket. That's why you dummy cord stuff. Can you see it? Right there. Let me get this pack off and try to get this. Man, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Look at this mess I made down here. Whew. I was throwing rocks up trying to get above it and then knock it down. Well, then of course what happens? Rocks are coming down at me. Took one off the ankle. So I basically jumped up there. Anyway, I got it down. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. One more sketchy spot and I'm home free. But I mean, it is an absolutely incredible area here. Whew, beautiful. Just deadly to me, huh? Trying to zoom in, but my finger's not working. Sorry, would you guys hike across this? I don't know how well you're seeing that, but it's about 6 feet, if not more, drop into the creek. Remember, I started to try that, and I'm like, this is not a good idea. I mean, you can see it's real shallow in a couple spots, so down and around. Which actually, getting down that was pretty hard. Getting down this looks relatively easy, though, so getting up it might be a challenge. But last obstacle, and I'm home free, and I'm going to shovel mashed potatoes and Spam into my mouth. I'm starving. My calves are on fire. I just can't get over how beautiful it is here, though. Man. I'll talk more later, but I feel like shit that I turned around. I'm thinking of ways I can try it again, but no, I'm not. I can't. I'm not. I'm going to shut up and I'll be back. Well, guys, I've made it through all the trouble spots. Look at this. This was not here when I came through. This is a bear, right? Tearing this up, looking for food or whatever. I don't know how well it's coming up. This is all tore up right here. Hey, bear! I don't see any prints, but that has to, I mean, it has to be a bear just because the area and the quickness. Because, I mean, I was just here, actually not just here, but an hour ago, so I don't know what he was eating, roots or something, or these flowers growing. It's all tore up. All right, let me keep my eyes open. And I got my bear spray back in my pocket. I don't like it up here because I know I'm broad stroking stuff right now, but I'm thinking when you're going to see a bear and you're going to need your bear spray, it's not going to be when you're in a tent or when you're camped up or something. See, that's tore up. Something was just digging up roots. It's going to be on a trail like this where you startle him, he just comes out of the brush or something, and his fight or flight's going to be instant. You're not going to have time to sit here and undo the just cord. That's what I think. So I like to keep it accessible there, which in all honesty, I might not have enough time to get that. Like I said, I think majority of the time when you're set up for camp or whatever, the bear's going to know you're there from the smells, and you just don't want to startle him. All right, let me shut up because there's definitely an animal close by, and I'm still worked up from my fatness on the mountain. Man, I should have waited till July to come out here, and I was going to, but I was that way I would just be more ready, especially financially. But I wanted to get out here and start hiking. But the day I left, that Wednesday, either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, one or the other, they got like 18 inches of snow or something up in this area. And the guy I checked on, the Captain Ron or Jack, I forget his name already, on Far Out Guides. So when he went through on Thursday or Friday, he was dealing with fresh snow. Now, I don't know because I didn't do it, but I'm thinking if it was fresh snow, it'd be better because I could get my footing in as I go, post hole, and that would be good. With that stuff, man, it was just melted down. I mean, I couldn't even dig my foot in there. You guys, I had to dig in with the poles, loosen it up, and then dig my foot in. And then if I was there for too long, I guess because the temperature, the top would start icing up, and then even though I had a foothold, it became too slippery. So I'm just beating myself up going over. I'm going to see what a couple people say, some other experienced hikers, what to do there. If I should have turned around at the first thing, or if I could have kept going. Because I knew on that one snow pass where I was digging myself in, and I was like, okay, this is extremely dangerous. And it is, don't get it wrong, because one slip, you're going down, all the way down, and hitting them rocks at the bottom. But I felt comfortable doing it. Short sections. But then once I got up that next stop and I looked, and there's just going all the way up, man, just that steepness and the angle I don't know if me physically, I'm not speaking for any other hiker, me and my abilities, I don't think I could have did it, and I think I made the right decision. And then slipping and falling as I tried to go up off the snow and just go up on that steep angle. But you know what's slippier than snow and ice? Is these bushes that are growing out the side of the mountain. They're slippery as hell. When the roots are all wet and on the angle, you can get no grip. And then when you're jamming your hiking poles in the ground, they're not getting any grip because they're hitting the roots or the sticks themselves. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. There's actually, a couple people that I wonder. Man, but this would be perfect. I would be cruising along if they didn't get that 18 inches of snow. I mean, not cruising, but I would be physically draining, but I would be progressing. Now I was thinking about maybe I just go back and link up and do the CDT. But I know the CDT's got a section that's in glacier that's closed because of snow and it's impassable. And they also got another section closed because bears are eating a carcass. So I just don't know. I think I'm going to first I'm going to eat, but I think I'm just going to camp out for 2 weeks. And it's going to be 2 weeks because on the first I'll get some money. And then I resupply and off. I'm probably going to go to a foam mat also. I don't know, but I'm just babbling now. But I think my best bet is just to wait for this to clear. I have enough to keep eating food. Is that a bear? Hey, bear! I'm all nervous now. I'm just spent. So I don't want to do anything. I'm not that hay bear guy in the woods either, but once I saw that stuff dug up, I'm just exhausted. I'm just babbling, but yeah, I think I'll talk to you. I'm going to do some thinking. All right, 1 o'clock, guys. Got my gear everywhere drying out. The sun was out, but we just went back in. Now it's a little chilly. Got my socks and my insoles over there, so I'm just walking around with shoes with that bare feet and no insoles. I was going to bring Crocs, but I tried to remember last hike. I ended up tossing the Crocs, so I actually like the pair of Crocs that I got that I was wearing for the last couple months. I left them at home. Or I left them at the guy's house I was staying at. Yeah, I just don't know. I think I made the right choice. I don't think maybe another hiker, maybe with different gear. Maybe if the snow was fresh and I think if the snow was fresh, I would have had no problem. It would have been tiring, digging your foot, post holing every step. But with that the hard like glazed over snow, I just couldn't get a grip. And then when I did dig a tiny little grip, if I was standing there for even close to a minute, it started to get too slick. It's just the weather. That 18 inches of snow or whatever. I don't know what they actually got. That's what they were calling for. But you can see it's going everywhere. But up there at 5,500 or whatever it was, there's them pockets. And it's just too steep. So I'm disappointed. I'm a little deflated. I don't know what to do now, but I don't have a choice, I don't think. I'm going to go back and look at it tomorrow. Or maybe I'll see another hiker come by today. I haven't seen any hikers since I got like 6 miles past the parking lot. The CDT uses another route up around that pass. I wouldn't link up to the CDT until after that pass or at the top of the pass, something like that. So I'm thinking maybe I can go over and hike that. I don't know. It'll be a lot more walking, but I just ate 3 wraps, a pouch of chicken with 2 wraps, and then a Spam. And I ate almost my last candy reserve, so. Man, them all blue Sour Patch Kids? Yes, sir. I almost ate the whole big bag. So I probably got like 1,500 calories in me. Probably 1,000 of it's from the candy. Yeah, I don't know what to do, so I inventoried my food. I got a solid, easy 4 days. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So obviously I can stretch it out a little bit if I had to, skipping breakfast or whatever. It's with a couple bars for snacks mixed in. I just think I'm going to have to just camp here for a couple days, hike around the park, and then what's today, Sunday? Monday, Tuesday. Like Wednesday, start heading to the road and walking the road down, trying to hitchhike into town and hopefully get picked up. I'll get a ride back into town. I can even go to like St. Mary's or something, but I'll figure it out. And then I just got to do some resupply so I can have food for the remaining days I'm here. I'm not going to be able to go any further. All right, guys, it's 3:30. I'm just like soaking and pouting now. I watched the video clips and it literally looks like nothing. So I'm sure I'm going to hear in the comments or some people are going to be like, oh, that was nothing. I could have did that. And, you know, if that's the way it looks, then hey, come on out here and give it a shot. Trust me, I didn't want to turn around. I mean, I was crawling on all fours, pulling myself up. Easily could have slipped and fell and died there. Crossing that snowfield wasn't... just the angle of it made it hard. Like, if you slipped, you're going all the way down. There's no stopping. One slip. Like I said, I think it would be better if... I don't know. And I've never done it before, so... Once I seen that the guy say he had to dig out his steps, and I started digging out using my hiking poles, and then just getting a foothold, like a toe hold in, kind of like rock climbing or something. I just think maybe now with the sun beating on it, that, you know, if the sun gets in there, it would be softer and I could dig my foot in. That would probably be better. Maybe first thing in the morning wasn't the best because the snow's at its hardest. I'm thinking about that. But I don't want to go try it again because I'm finally completely dry. Socks, shoes, everything. So I just don't know. I just feel a little defeated, especially watching them clips, man. It doesn't do it justice, and it's going to think like I was, you know, afraid to cross a little snow on a hill. But whatever. I tried, and I just don't know. Now, as far as I could hike back like 10 miles and link up with the CDT, and then I don't know if it's just on the other side of these lakes and stuff or the other side of this mountain. But if I go up that pass, then I can link back up with my trail. The only problem is if I do that, it's really going to push my food to the limits. And then if something happens and I can't get up there, because there is a section of the CD closed, actually 2 sections in this general area, and I don't know what they are. The bears, I'll walk through that, but if one's not passable, then I got to hike back, and now I'm in a real bad situation with the food. So I just don't know. I could wait a couple days. Instead of getting back into town, I could just wait, you know. Or I could get back, if maybe I get a ride to St. Mary's, which isn't all the way back down, resupply, and then somehow hitchhike a ride back up here, and then go at it, and then just resupply, you know, by the time I get to Poland Bridge, it'll probably be, you know, close to the first, and I can resupply there again. Or the next town after it, I just don't know. And then getting down the town, it's 66 miles to Glacier. You know, like I said, it was 85 hours. I can't. I'm in a tough spot. So I don't know what to do now. I'm kind of pouting, you know, because I just geared up and I'm just going for a walk just to burn some steam. Probably gonna go back and camp in a legit spot, not the stealth spot that I did. Probably in a regular spot. Is that bear print? No, what is that? So I just don't know. Well, I'm glad I went for a little walk because this place is incredible back here. Pretty much been looking at the same mountains. I think that's Chief Mountain. Could be wrong. It's a camping spot. I forget the name of this lake. Mahogany something lake. And it's about I don't know, 500 yards is the last camping spot. This trail has been blocked off by a couple blowdowns and stuff. So I don't know where this leads to. It just ends up here, but this is looking like I have some prime stealth camping spots back here. Yeah, I just keep going over what I'm going to do, and because now I have to get back in town before I go forward to get food, and then I'm wasting battery, everything. So if I can get to Poland Bridge and just skip this section, I don't want to do that. I've already put some time in here, but I still feel like crap if I had to skip a section. Because I ended up skipping about, after what I did, probably it'll be about 25, 30 miles. I don't want to do that. But if I could do that, then I could get in, I have enough to get in resupply so I can resupply again after the first in Eureka. It's like a 7-8 day hike at 10 miles a day. So I could do that a little faster depending on, you know, the terrain and all, but I just think the best bet, and this is all dependent on me getting hitches down out in the town for 66 miles, which I hate to do. I've never hitchhiked, never yet. That's why I'd rather just pay the guy to drive me. That's why I'm thinking tomorrow I'll hike out, I'll stealth camp in that spot I slept at my first night here. Then the next morning I'll get up early and go out into the parking lot, and I'll start walking the road and just hope someone picks me up on the way down. If not, it's going to be 66-mile hike in. But I'll hit St. Mary's in about, I don't know, 30 or 40 miles, and I can resupply there, so I won't run out of food even if I have to walk all the way back into town. So St. Mary's is like a store on the reservation. So I don't know, but that's what I'm leaning towards. All right, guys, 6:30 on day 3, and it was a shitty day, but it's hard to stay mad when that's my backyard. I guess that you can call it my driveway, and this is what I'm looking at the front. Beautiful camping spot, tucked away in here. Far enough, I'm about probably over a quarter mile now away from the camping, if anyone even goes there, but there is a trail that runs here to the end. Doesn't look like it gets used much, but I'm even hidden from the trail, so I should be good here. Should be good. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. I know tomorrow I'm just going to hike to where I stealth camped the first night, so it's about 12 miles or so, and then sleep, and then get up Tuesday morning and figure it out. All right, good morning, everybody. It's 8:30 on Monday, June 20th, and yes, raining again, although she doesn't look like she's going to stop today. I just had to go out and do my morning business, so I'm getting wet, and I'm already wet from being inside here. Look what, first of all, fuck you, tarp tent. How about that? Excuse my language, everybody, but look at this, what I'm dealing with. You see this mild water? Look at that. Puddle. Thanks, tarp tent, for a brand new $700 tent. Look at all that water. It's filled up. Yeah. Just, So, but if I get out, I'm going to get even more wet, and I'm going to have to reset everything up. So at least right now, I'm kind of just hovering over, and I can bend my tent down, hopefully here in the corner, and pour some of that water out. Oh shit, it might even be worth to cut a hole in the bottom. What's the difference? I got holes everywhere else. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to try to stay here and stay as dry as possible, because I'm chilly right now. I had to put this stuff on last night. You know, you just get damp and you get wet. The condensation was staying good because of the wind, but then the rain picked up. So I'm hoping it's like every other day and this rain clears up, but I can get out and dry this stuff and go get some miles in, but we shall see, guys. I mean, I just want to show that again, because I don't hate to be considerate of. Look at that water. Look at it. It's pouring it out. Okay, you got most of it out there, though. Okay, that was good. That's not bad now. Yeah, I guess I'll be staying here then. Look at the bottom of my mat. Like, I'm not exaggerating. These holes in this tent are outrageous, and it's a brand new $750 tent. All right, I digress from this, because this is just what happens, and it's my own fault for not testing the gear out before I came camping. So that's why I'm really not mad at Tarp Tent, because I'm sure they would have let me send it back, you know what I mean? Already went through one power bank. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys, I have 3 power banks with me. I know that's outrageous. I know that, so I don't need it here in the comments. But I was planning on getting rid of one once it died, because it's the old like Chinese made one, and it hasn't been working well since the cold. God, I mean, I can't. I love the blow up mat. I just can't deal with it in this tent. All right, trying to get comfortable. The blow up mat is just too big for this tent. Sorry, I can't use my words. Although it's way more comfortable. I'm having severe, I don't want to call it hip pain, because it feels like it's lower on my leg, but I guess it's my hip. Man, not while I'm hiking, but when I'm done and I stretch my legs out, oh, it just starts shooting up. And my feet are extremely raw. I'm assuming from
catching at weird angles, trying to hug. So it's like the bottom of my feet, all around the, I don't know what to call it, the outside of them, the rim. It's just all red and swollen, you know, from walking on the sides and digging my toes in and stuff. So it's a sore day. But yeah, I'm going to stay here and try to stay dry. I don't feel like going and getting wet. I don't have nothing to do today. So this is what you're looking at doing. I'm going to be sitting in water. My bags, well, you already know. The toes and the head are pretty damp. Otherwise, it's semi-dry. Blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I scream at Tarp Tent, but a lot of the responsibility falls on me because I didn't check this gear out before I left. So, you know, I'm sure Tarp Tent would have took my return if I noticed this, if I would have tested it before I was out in the field. So, this falls on me, too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, but I know I've watched videos of people going up passes and stuff in the snow. You know, I'm thinking of going up, it would be easier on the angle, like when you're going up. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, I think if I would have waited later in the day until the sun heated it up some and I could smash my feet in, I think that would have been way better. I think. I could be completely wrong. Like I said, some of you experienced hikers or that have done this stuff before, tell me. But that's what I think now. Because I think with the rain we got these last couple of days, like last night we got rain before the morning, you know, so that was glistening on there, and the sun hasn't hit and had a chance to warm up yet. So I think I would have been able to do it if I would have just waited until the afternoon. Oh well. I'm just gonna wait now. Like I said, I gotta hit town. I gotta do a resupply. It messes me all up now, and today's gonna put me a day back further. So I'm just gonna get comfortable in camp. It is what it is, and I tried. That's all I can say. And I failed. But I learned. And if I had spikes of some sort, I think I would be able to do it. And even then, it's dangerous. Like, I know it's dangerous when you're doing these passes, and I watch people do the PCT, and it just looks like they're going more up and over. And I was kind of like snaking up like what's it called? Switchbacks. But the switchbacks were completely filled in, so the angle was like this. So it was just rough. I don't know if it was rough because I'm just an idiot. It could very well be that, and I'm going to be extremely embarrassed when the video's out. But I know it wasn't happening. So anyway, I'm going to try to stop talking about it. Obviously, it's bothering me. You know, I finished my last hike with multiple stretch fractures in my leg and multiple fractures in my foot, including a bone spur. So I don't like to quit. And I probably still have that stuff going on because I never went back for treatment. I just don't like to quit, so, but I guess I'm not quitting. I'm just advancing to the rear, regrouping, and then I'm going to attack it again. So I'll figure it out, but that's enough of this strap. This is what I'm doing all day today. In the wet box of misery, it's chilly, but it's not as bad as it can be. Damn, I could be a country or pop star of some sort. K-pop? Later. All right, good morning, everybody. It's 7:30 on Tuesday, June 21st. Woo, I'm so cold. I really should have my rain bottoms on, not just my rain tops, to walk through this junk. I didn't come out of my tent yesterday morning when I had to go use the bathroom. Otherwise, I sat in my tent all day. Rained all day. At nighttime, it stopped a couple times, but then right back on, heavy rain. My tent's a pool right now. I'm absolutely freezing cold. Oh, I don't know what the temperature is, but it's just, I'm wet and cold, so I'm cold. Oh, I'm going down to the river to get some water right now because I drank almost all my water Sunday night. So I only had about 16 ounces of water all day yesterday. I wasted a lot of battery. I pretty much slept all day, to be honest with you, on and off. And had my phone going, my audiobook and stuff. So I went through like 2 full charges yesterday, if not 3. Hey, that's it. So today's plan is to get back near the beginning of the trail where I stealth camped the first night. And then tomorrow get out on the main road and start walking and hopefully get picked up and taken into
town or Glacier, St. Mary's, somewhere where I can resupply, and then take it from there. Take it from there, one step at a time. I don't have phone service, so I can't like text people and do anything when I'm in Glacier, so I really can't. I don't know. I would really like to get maybe to Poland Bridge, then I'd be skipping this section. I'm just blah blah blah. Just woke up and I'm blah blah blah. Alright, let me shut up and got a nice little wet walk to get down to the river. I should have really put on my rain bottoms. I'm an idiot. Alright, 8:30, I'm moving slow. It's just I'm cold and wet. If I would have went out yesterday, all my stuff would have already been wet, and then I'd get wet. You know what I mean? I'm not scared to hike in the rain. I'll go hike in the rain, but I really had nowhere to be. I had a day to kill just from walking and doing nothing, so it made sense because you could still get in trouble. It went down to probably 40, 39, maybe 42, somewhere in that low 40s, high 30s last night. That could be dangerous if you're wet. So I just think I made the best decision yesterday to stay put because I really had nowhere to go anyway. And I was thinking about, again, my incident on the mountain. And it's funny because I've been in much more scarier situations. And this is why I try to tell people. People always think that when something dangerous happens that you're going to like excel or you know, pole vault to like superhero level. And you're just that's how you're going to react. It's not the way it works. I'm telling you right now from experience. 100% not the way it works. When you come under high stress or scary situations or whatever it may be, you don't jump up multiple levels. You jump up to the highest level of training that you have. That's period, cut and dry, point blank, facts. No argument about it. You don't become Superman. You jump up to the level of training that you have. That's why in Iraq, when I was in much more actual, maybe not much more, but scarier situations, life and death, I didn't feel it like I felt it up there on the mountain. I felt it up there in the mountain. Why? Because I've never been on a pass that was iced over with snow on a switchback that was filled in from like an avalanche or snowfall. And so it was like this level. I've never done that. So I was extremely scared. And I'm thinking about some of the dumb mistakes I did. Like I tried to adjust my poles because I needed them shorter to dig into the ground. And then I dropped half my pole and almost fell off the mountain and I would have been screwed. And I remember saying to myself like, yo, pull your head out of your ass. Calm down. You watch a bunch of hippies do this stuff all the time. And all that's true. But I've never done that. That's new to me. So basically I'm still trying to give myself excuses. But how you react in stressful situations is a fact. You react to the level of comfort and training and experience that you had. You don't excel and become Superman. That's all I'm saying. Because I was just thinking how I was legitly, I don't know if it probably did come through in the video because you'll watch the video. If I make my videos long ways and my phone's horizontal, it's for like YouTube and stuff. If I put my phone up and down, it's for Instagram shorts and videos. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. Maybe I have something set up wrong. But when I was doing a lot of the videotaping up there, you'll see it on the video when I post it on YouTube. It'll be like skinny because I was filming with my phone wrong because I was so worked up, so flustered, so scared, so nervous. And it's pissing me off thinking about it because the more I think about it, the more I just probably had to just wait a couple hours till that snow softened up and I could really dig my foot in. That makes sense to me now. But now I'm behind the ball with food and everything. So now I'm just going to reset. I actually have a couple ideas for about my reset that might work out. Believe it or not, Mr. Ron somehow always is around me. He's coming to Glacier. He's in Michigan last time I checked. That was a week ago. So maybe he can come save me and he pick me up and give me a couple rides. And then I have another out too that might happen. I never noticed that waterfall either. I don't know if it just happened. All right, it's 10 after 9, guys. I'm on my way. Just passing the camping spots and all. It looked like it was empty for the last 2 nights that I was here. I could have just probably camped at the site, but no need to risk it. The other option I have besides Mr. Ron, because Mr. Ron is a long shot, because I think he told me I'm like going to be a month ahead of him. I don't know. It might have been a couple of weeks. But the other chance, it's a long shot I have is a buddy that I was in the Marine Corps, his ex-wife. I ended up staying in contact with her for years. She's remarried. Anyway, she lives in Fairfield, Montana. And I was actually initially planning on, I was going to take the train to Shelby. And then she was going to pick me up because that's the closest one. I was going to spend a couple of days at her place. And then she was going to drive me out here on the day to hike. But it just didn't work up with the days. So at the last second, we skipped that and I just came straight out here. So I don't know, maybe if when I get some service, so I can message her and be like, hey, because she's having a birthday party actually in a couple days, I think, at the end of the month. She said I could have stayed there for a couple of weeks, so it's a long shot, but I can ask her if she'd be willing to come grab me and then drive me back here. And obviously, you know, I'd pay her for all the gas and all, but that's probably a long shot. Maybe if I can get down the glacier and then catch the Amtrak with the remaining money I have to Shelby, it might make it easier for her. So we'll see. I have a couple options that they're floating around for a little SOS. Just to reset, get cleaned up, get everything charged back up. I think I'm going to go to a foam mat just so I have some more room in my thing. Plus, man, I'm telling you, stressing about that blow-up mat is stressful. Like, if that popped last night and I was laying in the water, oh, it would have been miserable. I mean, it would have been truly miserable. Nice and wet. But I'm overheating already on top, so as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to drop this crap. Sun's popping out. Thank you, Lord. I love when I see Bob. It's always a lifesaver. So that's, I got a couple SOSs here that I can use. We'll see. I hope I don't got to hitchhike into town. But if I do, that'll be tomorrow. Today's just going to try to get close. Actually, I might try to get all the way to the beginning today. And then try and get some phone service and start texting these people, seeing if we can work anything out. All right, 11 o'clock, guys. Just had about a 20-minute conversation with a young lady. I don't know if she was a ranger or what, but she said she's not law enforcement, so she couldn't write me a ticket. But she had on like a, you know, Parks Wilderness uniform. And I'm out of breath because I just kind of ran up a little hill. And I just told her, I told her the truth, that I was just coming out for a day hike yesterday. And I got stuck going up the pass, and I had to spend the night on the pass. So, you know, she goes, yeah. She goes, she's met 4 other P&Ters in the last 3 days. And she's told them all to turn around. So, I feel a lot better now. And we talked about permits. And, you know, she said she couldn't give me a fine. She might radio it in. I don't know, she said someone might meet me at the end of the trail or something to make sure I'm okay or something like that. I don't know. But I'm not too worried about any of that. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Yeah, she was very polite, but she said she's met, I think, 3 or 4. And she's 3 or 4 groups, so. And she's told them all to turn around, and they all did. Or she, you know, she recommended it. She goes, it's still open, but it's extremely dangerous. And literally her words were, you need to have some kind of spikes and an ice axe. And I was like, that's exactly what I said. And she did say, I might have had a better chance if I waited into the day to where the sun warmed it up. And she asked to see some of my videos from there, so I had to scroll back and show her some of my stuff. But yeah, she goes, oh, you didn't even make it to the bad part yet. And I was like, yeah, that's what it looked like. So, very nice lady. I was thinking about just saying that, you know, I left early this morning and I'm just heading back, but I was like, let me just, you know, let me tell her the truth. So that's what I did. And no fine or nothing. I don't know if I'm going to get one if a park ranger is going to meet me out at the thing. She said she's going to radio it back that she met someone on the trail. All right, guys, it's almost 4. I've gone 12.5 miles in 5 hours and 20 minutes. Doesn't seem fast, but I've been flying for me. That doesn't count the 15-minute talk I had with the, whatever she was, park ranger. The 5 times I had to stop for other hikers to come by. And the 2 water resupplies. I'm dead. I'm just literally, I'm dead. And I'm getting ready to pop out the trailhead here and hope I'll have service. I've been hustling, trying to be in case there's a ranger going to meet me. I'm dead. I've been dealing with this all day. But I'm going to get there, hopefully I have service, and I'm going to give Nicole a call. Fingers crossed. I have nothing left in me. That was a hard day. I only stopped and I had Spam for breakfast, and I had a power bar when I stopped and got water, or a Cliff Bar. Almost at the end. Alright, final total is like 13 and a half in like 5.5 hours. I'm literally done. A completely different person from when I first saw that sign a couple days ago. Now to worry about the next step and what I'm going to do. I have no, well, I know I'm going to make a phone call. Hopefully my stay works up here. And take it from there. But I can tell you what, I am not hiking another more than 100 yards. And I know 13.5 miles ain't a lot, and that time isn't that fast. But for me, for what I've been doing recently, so I think I did close to 13 the other day, but I spread it out over like 10 hours. So I'm exhausted. That's enough. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Getting everything dry just in case I gotta sneak back in there and sleep for another night or two. Just in case anyone's wondering where I'm at in regards to the border, I'm like literally, I'm right here on the border. There's the border. I think it's Chief Mountain. Well, yeah, that's a trailhead. So Chief Mountain, Montana Customs area. There's Canada over there. It's closed down. I guess they only open it up during like tourist season here in another couple weeks. I wonder how far I can get down there. I wonder where the statue is for the CDT. I thought this was where the CDT starts. And I passed a bunch of CDTers coming, going the opposite way when I was coming out. All right, maybe I was exaggerating a little earlier. No, I was pretty beat down. I feel much better now that I took a break, ate something, drank. I should have stopped and got water because now I'm down to like a half liter of water. Ugh. I drank a lot of water today, but I think I drank 5 liters I know that it doesn't add up when you only do 13 point something in 5 hours, but I was really maintaining that 3 miles an hour, which is hard to do in that slop. I was flying for the first almost 10 miles, and the last 3 I was crawling, so that's why it just evens out. You might as well just go your comfortable pace because it all evens out. But like I did just a little short of what I did today the other day, but I stretched it out over 8 or 9 hours, and well, I felt fine. I kept going. Remember, I was going to go up and do the pass, but I couldn't find any camping areas. Anyway, this is where we're at. I got to figure out if this doesn't work out with Nicole, which she's talking to her husband right now, and I guess they're trying to figure it out. It's a big bomb to drop on someone. Hey, do you mind driving? And I did. It's 142 miles away from her house, so you know, he's got to work all day, and then he gets dropped with, hey, let's go driving 5-hour round trip to go pick up some nitwit that I don't even know. So I completely understand. It's a huge ask. All right, guys, it's at 5:30, and Nicole, God bless her heart, and her husband Russ, they're going to come get me. I'm sure that's what he wanted to do after a long day of work, is come pick up some stinky weirdo that's full of mud that he doesn't even know, and then bring him back to the house. And I'm glad I didn't even think about this like last night or not. It all came late, like, because I was supposed to go there originally, get off the train, spend a couple days there at their house, and then come here. But it didn't work out because of the permits. I ended up not getting the permit anyway, but whatever. So, or getting the correct permit anyway. So I got about 3 hours to kill, and of course it's raining on me, but I don't care. Let my gear get wet. I'm going to be in a bed tonight. Oh, I'm going to guzzle a bottle of wine. They make their own wine. And hopefully I can get this video out there. I don't know how I'm assuming they got Wi-Fi. Or I might have service there. I'm going to Fairfield, Montana. Like I said, it's like 144 miles from here. And my plan is going to be to rest up. Probably make a couple gear adjustments. And then get this video posted for everyone can see me failing and crying. Look at the ice. The ice is slippery. I hiked 13 miles. I'm sore. So, anyway, I'm gonna. And then once that gear, it's the 4th of July weekend. So you're probably looking at like July 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that. I'll be back out here again. But this video will be posted, so you can all see my failure and me blubbering. Blah blah blah. And then on to the next one. I'm going to come back out here and give it a shot again. I'm not quitting. Just had to advance to the rear, readjust, and then I can attack again. Who said that in the Marine Corps? He's a chesty puller? We're not retreating. We're just advancing to the rear. It's a good line. Anyway, guys, that's it.
Adventures with the Crazy Vet signing out for now. I'll see everyone in I don't know, we'll call it like 2 weeks. See everyone again. Now I can actually do some research and see what towns I can get a hostel in or whatever, so I can plan ahead a little better instead of just coming out here like an idiot trying to work on my anxiety and just take it as it comes. Obviously, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to, so oh well. All right. Adventures with the Crazy Vet's out.